everyone, Specter here, and welcome to Star Citizen. Today we are going to take a look at the Aegis Eclipse. The Aegis Eclipse is the stealth bomber in Star Citizen, and I believe this is the only stealth bomber available and flyable in Star Citizen. Alright, so before I talk more about it, let's get to it first. So the whole thing, the whole plane design, the design of this thing is just like so similar to our one of our stealth bomber in our world, which is the B2 bomber. I think they really take a look at the B2 bomber when they designed this thing. So you got a wing that is folded up when you're landing, which can save up some space and just not to hit something. Which is very good. And in here is a cockpit. You got a ladder in here, and this is the only area you can get inside of the ship. At the wing here, you got like a size 2 laser repeater, so you got 2 of those. Alright, and this thing is a size 9 torpedo. You got 3 of those torpedoes in total. I believe this is one of the design flaw, or maybe they just changed the design when they decided to release this ship, because I believe all the stealth bombers or stealth fighters who have more things, okay, they try to stick all the things inside of the ship instead of sticking it outside of the ship. But they decided to put that huge torpedo like right straight underneath the ship for some reason. So not so sure why they put it like this, but anyway. And basically that is it for the how it looks of this ship. Alright, so let's get inside of the ship first. Oh, by the way, I can find something right here. It looks like some sort of refueling rod, but I believe, well, I thought it was, but I believe it's not, because you got 2 of them, and it's too narrow. It's too small for the ship if you talk about refueling. So maybe extra sensors. Don't quote me on that though. All right, I'm not so sure. Just think it is the one. Okay, so let's get inside the ship. So basically, the view is not good, but it's still okay because it's a bomber. Okay, you're not supposed to use it for close quarter combat. You have 2 size 2 laser repeaters only for defending yourself if something gets too close to you. So the main job of this ship is basically using your stealth capabilities to get relatively close to the target, launch your 3 size 9 torpedoes, and then run away before someone notices your assistance. So basically, you just keep on repeating that procedure, okay? After you launch those 3 torpedoes, you run away, alright? And refuel, rearm, and then go ahead again. So basically, it just run and hit and run tactic, okay? For this ship. Alright? No worries, if something goes sideways, you got an ejection feature in here, so you can press this button and then eject yourself, which is very useful after 3.15. And let's fly a little bit first, just a little bit. Well, of course, if you talk about in the atmosphere, I believe this ship probably can behave pretty good if you are talk about gliding, because you got a huge wing, okay, a pair of huge wings here. So basically, you should act like a plane, okay, instead of a ship, a spaceship. But well, as I said, this is not a fighter anyway, and I don't think something that is huge enough for you to hit with a torpedo inside of the atmosphere. Or maybe in the future you did, okay, so I don't know. But for me, I don't think it's very important to see like how well it perform when you're flying in the atmosphere. For me, it's just like a little bit clumsy, just like that. Okay, if you talk about flying straight line, then well, yeah, it is very good, of course. But if you talk about turning, yeah, same as the other ship, you will make it like a little bit hard to turn if you are flying too fast. And also when you are landing, in most cases, because the ship is quite wide, so sometimes you may like misjudge um, your size and the size of the pad. So when you're landing, sometimes it seems like, oh, it's not going to fit, but it turns out, oh, it fits. Something looks like that, but still be careful because your ship is quite wide. So just be careful that your wings won't hit something when you're landing. That would be very very good. I'm not so sure whether they will make the torpedo to be very, very dangerous when it hit the ground too hard. All right, because well, in the future, Star Citizen is quite like realistic. So if you stick that torpedo like that kind of close to the ground, and you hit the ground too hard when you're not like landing on the pad, I'm not so sure what will happen. Maybe it will explode first and it will detonate your ship. Not so sure. Don't quote me on that, okay? Just my thought only, which is I hope that they really like kind of find a space to stick it back inside of the ship would be pretty good. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about the ship, except for like how it looks. Well, basically, this ship is not for you to do any kind of other missions, rather than, I mean, instead of combat missions, because well, you don't have any SEO cargo, you can't hold um, any kind of goods, you can't do trading. It means you can't do box delivery because you don't have internal space, so it's just restricted to combat. But the combat, it means that you need to hit something very, very huge. Yes, so it means that you might need to deal with something like a hammerhead or Aegis if the worst scenario, okay? So basically, those size 9 torpedo will be very, very great because if you use those size 9 torpedoes to hit what, like another Eclipse, another maybe the Razor or like M50 or maybe just some sort of like Avenger Titan, these kind of small ships, you, well, I can't say you cannot, okay? You, of course you can. It's pretty hard to hit, of course. If you, I mean, even if you manage to land a shot, well, it would be very, very expensive because when you do like um like rearming, usually it will exceed, like if you launch all three torpedoes, it will cost you around 10,000 to rearm it. All right, so even if you're like in single threats or in nine tails lockdown, these kind of events, well, um, you better make sure you can land some hits on it or kill some enemies. If not, well, I can't guarantee you can be benefit by using the ship to do any kind of missions. Okay, make sure that you're taking some like big shots. Okay, take out some big ships or like join some big events. This ship probably will be useful. All right, so in the game, it costs you around 3.5 million to like to get the ship. Um, for that kind of price point is almost very close to similar to the RSI Andromeda. If you are a solo player and if you just want to like kind of doing some sort of supporting, okay, like with a small ship, then this ship probably is your choice. But for me, I will rather choose the Andromeda, save up a little bit more to get a Andromeda instead of this ship because, well, it's kind of costly. It cannot be staying in the battlefield for a long period of time as you've got only three size size 9 torpedoes, which is the most powerful torpedo right now in Star Citizen, or maybe available to players. So basically, it just keep on hit and run, hit and run. Okay, you can't really you can't feel yourself being in the battle or in the event that much. All right, but if you are flying in Andromeda, then that ship can kind of take some hits and like can do more things for me. Okay, even if you're not doing any kind of combat, you can just load up a rock, a mining vehicle, to do some mining, or maybe you just want to haul cargo, do some trading. Andromeda can help you to do those things. So basically, um, I would say just if you really like this ship, of course you can purchase it in game. But well, if you want to experience like more like kind of like in-game activities, events, or maybe like some kind of gameplays, then I would suggest you to choose for that price point, 3.5 million in-game credits. I would choose the Andromeda instead. All right, so just in case you really like the ship and you want this ship in your fleet, you don't want to grind that 3.5 million in-game credits to get the ship every time after the wipe. Yes, of course, it costs you around $300. So this is quite a big um, huge amount of money. I would suggest you to fly it around first. Okay, purchase it with in-game credit first. Fly it around and to see whether it's suitable for you or not. And if it does, then well, you can purchase whatever you want. Just be reminded that $45 is the, I mean, yeah, well, you just need to spend $45 to like buy a purchase a starter pack to join this alpha testing game, and you can experience most of the like gameplay, okay, in this alpha testing game already. So basically, well, just be reminded that okay, this thing costs you $300. All right, so basically that is it for today's video about the Aegis Eclipse. And if you think that this video is kind of helpful, feel free to leave a like. And if you think I missed out something, or maybe you have some ideas how to use the ship, okay, I have some ideas, but well, never mind about it yet. And if you have some questions, then yeah, no matter what. So if you have anything you want to say, or yeah, so just leave a comment down below. Okay, yeah, so yeah, that is it, and I shall see you guys next time then. Bye bye.